guys, I'm Janet on occasion, and today we're playing the Total War Warhammer Battle Replay. So, I'm obviously playing as the Greenskins here, as you can tell from my little Black Orc friend. So, and I guess the thumbnail and the title of the video, I don't know how you'd be here otherwise. Anyway, as you can see, I'm against Chaos, so I've got 3 lots of Black Orcs with that amazing armor piercing and armor, and just, yeah, they're great. They just stand up against pretty much anything in the game. One of the best infantry in the game, to be honest. You know, they're up there with Chosen, so fantastic. Don't have to worry about missiles, so a Giant is a fantastic pick against Chaos, because they can just wade in and they don't have to worry about, you know, being singled out, so that's great. Also, I've got some Savage Orc Big Uns this time round, as the, you know, my sort of counters to their large units as well, which is really fun. I brought Skarsnik, with obviously his huge anti-large bonus, really useful. I got my Trolls, just for, you know, getting their big units stuck on things while I wail on them with Skarsnik and a Giant. And also, so I can, yeah, get some nice arrow fire on them with the Goblin Archers and the Rusty Arrows for armor sundering. And just in case things try and escape, I can chase them down with my Goblin Big Bosses. They're on spiders, so they have poison attacks, slowing the enemy down. So, really useful. Over here, pretty cool army this. So he's got, he's brought Kolag and on a Shaggoth as well. I say on a Shaggoth and a Shaggoth. I mean, he is a Shaggoth, he's not on one, but, you know, what they do in their free time is, you know, their own business. So yeah, so pretty formidable, you know, pretty terrifying, big units there. And just ignore that. Shoo. It's not going to go away, is it? Oh, there we go. So anyway, so a couple of units of Forsaken to flank around. Really good flanking units, as you've seen I've adopted that for my Chaos builds lately. And also, big line of Chaos Warriors great weapons. So these will be really good against like the Black Orcs. And, you know, they're still Chaos Warriors, so they've still got great combat stats, so they're going to do really well against most Orc infantry, to be honest. It's quite a good pick. Obviously, they don't have the missile resistance, but once you get them in the front line, they don't have to worry too much about that. And they do have a lot of armor, so really it's only the Rusty Arrows that can help that in terms of arrow fire from the, well, the Mangy Marauders, actually. But yeah, so not too much to worry about with the Greenskins. So I'm going to speed things up. And yeah, so engage starts pretty quickly here. Oh, and how did I miss out these guys? So he's also got a couple of Chaos Feral Manticores as well, which is pretty handy, because that's something you need to watch out for, because they'll just keep, you know, picking targets. Pretty good. So here, I charge in with everything. I think, oh no, maybe I didn't. I was thinking maybe I pulled back the Trolls a second to let the rest catch up. But no, I couldn't be bothered. So the Giant is going to have a whale of a time here. I mean, you know, they've got basically the anti-armor, but that's not going to help against the Giant, who's just a big naked man. So here they come in to get my Rusty Arrows. I was going to move them straight away, but I thought, you know what, I'll let the Goblins hit them first, see if I can pin them down. Pulled out my Savage Orc Big Uns, one on this side and one on this side, see if I can single them out a bit, and try to get everyone else out of the fight. Unfortunately, the Forsaken are coming around, and this is quite a lot for me to deal with. So it's not ideal. Here, though, you know, I've basically destroyed their infantry in the front, which is great. Well, you know, the centre anyway. Flanks, still a bit tricky. But here, right, they start trying to take out my Giant, which, fair play, because, you know, these guys are pretty good against large units, so it's not a bad idea. So here, as you can see, try and take out the Chaos Feral Manticore, so he can stop harassing me, and he's doing it too. All my arrows are, yeah, my backline's screwed. But that's fine, because my front line's doing so well. So I was being too protective over that. I just want to take out one unit at a time. I was happy for the Giant to try and, you know, keep these guys busy for a little while, and so I could take out one Manticore. Because, yeah, I didn't want them, you know, prancing about. One unit at a time, I think, is key for this. If you try and get everything, then you're going to be more evenly matched everywhere. But I'm quite happy for the Giant to take some damage. I'm quite happy for my Black Orcs to sit here and, you know, do some damage to Kolag. As you can see, they're pretty formidable. The Giant hitting him, and now, you know, he's been poisoned. This isn't a good place for him. So you can see he gets broken really quickly, which is absolutely fantastic. So as Forsaken are coming back in, they were chasing some of my units for a while there. So Black Orc against the Feral Manticore. The Feral Manticore is not going to do any good there. So you'll see he will end up going. They don't have the best combat stats. They got pretty high damage, but when you're against, you know, quite a big group of guys, you know, that are as formidable as the Black Orcs, it's pretty tough. So you can see my Giant's still fine, which is pretty sweet. So just there, I hit the Shaggoth with the Prodder that Skarsnik's got. So that's pretty handy. So, you know, nice burst of damage there. And now he's pretty surrounded, so I'm hitting him with pretty much everything. Although, yeah, I think I did get him poisoned there, 'cause it did slow down a bit. Here, though, he comes back with some more infantry, so I decide just to go straight after that Forsaken, try and take them down, And, you know, I've got one Goblin Big Boss. I was hoping to chase Kolek away, but unfortunately Kolek rallied as I was chasing him, so suddenly this guy got singled out a bit. But him chasing this guy did give me a lot of time to, you know, chase off some of his other units. His Eyes Forsaken were no match here. And, oof, good Lord of the Storm here, though. Very clever. You know, while I'm in a big group like that. So, pretty solid damage. Pretty solid. So, yeah, tricky. So here, you can see, coming with my big bosses, but I realise he's just going to envelop them and kill them really quickly if I let them do that. So, I made a bit of a line. Grouped them all, hard grouped them all, and then I just clicked to attack, so these guys could all just push forward and attack whatever. Because I know this shock is going to be huge for them. Also, the Savage Old Biggins, they're going to be pretty good against the Chaos Warriors' great weapons, because they're not going to get that anti-armor bonus. That doesn't matter, and that's where a lot of their expense is tied up in. Whereas the Savage Old Biggins, they've just got insane combat stats and really high weapon damage. So these guys will be able to take out all of these, I reckon. So, pretty cool that. Pretty cool. So, here you can see Kolek is getting really, really messed up here. I'm ignoring his Shaggoth for now, because basically if I can get rid of Kolek, then that's game. And here the Manticore's having a terrible time as well. He's getting stomped by a giant. Yeah, the Shaggoth is trying to get that giant still, though. So here I get a nice surround on him. Yeah, they were all just broken. So I've got my big bosses chasing Kolek around. If he ever does rally, he's going to die. So that's good news. So here he's trying to charge his guys back in again, but frankly his guy's surrounded by Black Orcs. Skarsnik's taken no damage, and my giant's still alive. So boom, that's game. So pretty comfortable. Obviously my back line got destroyed, but I didn't have to worry about that because my front line, you know, were doing great. Very formidable front line. And yeah, I just think a giant in this pick is so useful. I'm always tempted at some point drop the other two trolls and bring another giant, because I wouldn't have to worry about the front line at all. But I just feel the trolls are quite good if you need to pen in, you know, any enemy large units. You know, any heroes trying to fly away or anything. If you get trolls around them, it is so difficult for them to get out of that. And yeah, you can do some serious damage while they're stuck. So I think that's pretty useful. But giants just, there's just nothing that can stop them in this matchup. I mean, yeah, the Shaggoth and Kolek pretty much, you know, killed him, but he was still standing. And that was when I kind of let him get wailed on. So if I was actually trying to protect him, Jesus, just think what I would have done. Here, though, you can see those Forsaken just killed so many archers. But, you know, archers are quite cheap, and I'm fine with that. They were a nice distraction while I destroyed their front line, I think. So, yeah, maybe I could have just brought more Savage Orcs or something. But I think it's good to have a bit of extra utility with these guys, even if they do get destroyed. Because, you know, if these guys didn't put resources into that, I could have used them better. So, you know, it's a bit of a gamble. But anyway, so yeah, I thought that was really cool. I thought it was a fun one. I'm liking bringing the Savage Orc Biggins in this build, actually. I think they were very formidable. Because, yeah, they're actually very good against a lot of the units that, you know, these guys would bring to combat, sort of my armor-piercing units, you know? So, they expect me to bring Black Orcs, so I bring something that's good against the things that they're going to bring to take out the Black Orcs. So that works really well. So yeah, great game, Taiga. Really enjoyed that. I think it's Taiga, isn't it? Or is it Tiger? I'm going to say Taiga. So yeah, great game. Hopefully see you on the ladder again soon. And actually I've got a feeling we've played before and you beat me. Maybe. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys.